Okay guys, this is just a little quick intro to let you know this video is long. I'm answering 20 questions on a tag, and I am not able to just answer them and go on. I'll elaborate on it. So my video is around 46 minutes long. So grab you a glass of iced tea or a Coca-Cola or a cup of coffee or a hot tea or whatever your drink preference is. Sit down, sit back, relax, and enjoy the answers to this tag. All right. Hello, guys. This is Becca, and I am here with little Charlotte Ann. This is the baby of the day, and I've already done a video with her, and I too have done a video with the outfit of the day. So if you have seen my previous videos, then you have seen those two different babies. One was Vivian Ruth, and this is Charlotte Ann right here. But what I'm on here for right now, showing my ugly self, I decided I was going to do a tag. Well, I've been wanting to do it. I just haven't found the right time and the right, so much going on around here, or either by the time I get through with the video, doing things I have to do, my regular scheduled programs, then you maybe be so tired I didn't feel like doing another one or whatever. But I'm feeling pretty good today. And guys, it's been raining. It's not right now. And it wasn't a hard rain, but it was a steady shower. And I am so excited about that. We haven't had rain in a while. And it lasted probably 15 minutes or more. And that is the most rain we've had in a while. And I'm so excited about it. So, I thought Charlotte and I would come on and answer a tag. And, I don't know if I'll be able to read some of these, because my computer, the ink's going out. Well. This ain't gonna work, guys. I can't read some of these. I'm gonna have to pause you and go rerun this off. I can't pull you up on the phone because I've got it saved on the phone. You know what I can do? I can go get my computer and pull it up that way. I'm gonna pause you. I'm gonna go get my computer, set it right here, and that way I can see the questions. I will be back. Sorry about all this, guys. Okay, sorry about that. It wouldn't be my videos if we didn't have all kind of interruptions and disturbances. And now I'm going to yawn every few seconds. I'm so sorry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and, while I'm rocking Charlotte, I'm going to answer these questions. It is the Getting to Know You tag, and it was created by Robin at Robin's Nest and Nursery here on YouTube. And it is the Getting to Know You tag. All right. And see, there was something else I was supposed to pull up and didn't do it. All right. Where are you from? I live in Mississippi. I always like to say I am from Louisiana, but in reality I'm not. I was born in Mississippi. At the time I was 2 years old. We moved to Louisiana, to Kenner, Louisiana, and we lived there until I was I'm thinking I was 11. Excuse me, guys. I was 11 or 12. I can't remember to be exact. 11 or 12 when we moved back to Mississippi. So, I was only 2 when we moved there. So, I don't remember anything before that. So, to me, I was raised, I wasn't born, but I was raised in Louisiana because I was 11 or 12 by the time we moved back. Which in reality was only 9 or 10 years we lived there. But still, that was my growing up years, as a kid, and that's what I remember. Then, when we moved back to Mississippi when I was 11 or 12, we moved to one city, and then from there we moved to the coast area, and that's where I met my husband. I married him when I was 16 years old, and we had our first child when I was 18, and then Chris was probably about a year old, maybe 18 months, and hubby and I and Chris moved to Louisiana, but not Kenner. We moved to Franklin, Louisiana, and hubby and I, our family, our little family, we lived there for 7.5 years, and during that time is when my youngest son was born. He was born in Louisiana, and then after 7.5 years of being there, we moved back to Mississippi. And that's where we've been, not all in the same town, but that's where we've been since. So, I'm crossed between Mississippi and Louisiana. Okay, question number 2. Do you have a big family? No, I do not have a big family. My immediate family, which is myself, my husband, and my children, it's 4 of us. I say 4 of us, that both my boys are married. I only had 2 boys. And my oldest son has 5 children. 3 biological children and 2 stepchildren. And then my youngest son has 2 children. So that's not a whole lot. Now, one of my grandsons on my oldest son's child, he got married and he had an instant family. So I have 2 step great-grands. But to be honest, I hardly ever see any of them. Just on occasions I see them. I just feel like it's me and hubby. Now, as far as my family before I got married, there was only 3 girls in our family. Mom only had 3 girls. She didn't have any boys. And as far as cousins and all that, if we saw each other and had, talked with each other and communicated with each other, then I could add it up and say I had a big family, but I never see any of them. I never hear from them. They're almost like strangers because you never see them or hear from them or anything like that. So, no, I do not have a big family. Okay, question 3. What's your favorite color? At this point in time, my favorite color is yellow. Thus being why I have the hashtag Reborn Sunshine Yellow tag that I do on Saturdays. Now, growing up as a child, all the way up until really just a few years back, red was always my favorite color. If anybody asked me what my favorite color was, boom, red popped out before there was any thoughts. I had my room decorated all in red when I was a teenager at home at one time. Um, or actually it was preteen. Um, I just loved red. Now I do like pink and purple together, but I never really considered that as my favorite color. I do like pink and purple together, but it's not my favorite color. Now, what got me started on yellow is I have a Jeep Liberty vehicle. It's a little small SUV. It's navy blue, or not really a navy blue, kind of more like a royal blue or something like that. It's a darker blue. And I have always said, I don't know, I've always said I wanted a yellow car. Not always, but it's been several years. It's been years, probably a good 10 years or so, that I've been saying that, maybe even 15 years, I've been saying I'd love to have a yellow vehicle. And I would prefer it, because I love my Jeep Liberty, I would prefer it to be a yellow Jeep Liberty. And the reason I always wanted a yellow vehicle is because they stand out on the road. All the other colors just kind of blend together. Your white and your black and your gray and your tan and your blues, and unless it's just a really odd color. Even the reds, as much as I love red, I love a candy apple red vehicle. But even as much as I love that color, if you got them all sitting there together, or all of those different colors driving down the road, they just all seem to blend in together. It doesn't stand out. Any one of those vehicles don't really just stand out. But you let a yellow vehicle get in the midst of them, and it's like pop. It's out there. You see it. And that's why I always said I want a yellow vehicle. I want people to see me coming. And from there, I don't know, my love for the color yellow just kept growing and kept growing. Now, I just love yellow, which I have ever since hubby and I moved to Louisiana, way back. I guess it was 1980, I guess it was, we moved to Louisiana. And yeah, because Chris was born in 79, so it was either 80 or 81 we moved to Louisiana. Well, we rented a house for 6 of those years, or even 6.5 of those years. We rented a house, and the kitchen in that house was not a bright poppy yellow like this, not one that just pops out, but it was a pale yellow. And it just looked so fresh and so inviting, and so, it was, don't you fall off that bed. Macy, quit, you're gonna, oh, sorry guys, she was up on the bed rolling, and my bed is pretty far from the floor, and I have cement floors. I was scared she was gonna fall, sorry. But I've always loved a yellow kitchen, because it's just so inviting, and just calming and cool, and I just love it. It just looks fresh and clean. But, that I really didn't ever consider that my favorite color. That was just a good color for a kitchen, I thought. And, but then, as the years has progressed, in the last few years, yellow has just become my favorite color. I love it in everything. I love yellow clothes. I love yellow walls. I love yellow Jeeps. Y'all know all the yellow I have in my bedroom, my nursery here. I just love yellow. All right, if I elaborate on every one of these questions like this, we're going to be here a while. It's already, oh my goodness, 14 minutes. All right, let me hurry up here, because there's 20, let me see how many questions there are. 20 questions. All right, number 4, and we're only on number 4. Oh my goodness. Do you have other hobbies besides reborns? Yes. I do diamond painting, and I I guess you could call it a hobby, um, a craft or a hobby, but I diamond paint and I do adult coloring books. So I do those things, and I used to read all the time. I just used to love to read. And then for several years, uh, I got out of reading and didn't read. But the past few nights, I've been reading again on my Kindle. So I'm about three-fourths through a book that I've been reading on Kindle. And I'm excited that I've gotten back reading. So if I can get back into reading, then that will be another hobby that I do. Okay. What is your favorite pastime? As I've already said, my favorite pastime is my hobbies, which is my dolls. And I don't have just reborns. I have Ashton Drake, Paradise Galleries, I have reborns, I have Amazon dolls, I have monkey dolls, I have a Cabbage Patch on the way that I've ordered from an individual on Macari. I just love dolls. So my pastime, the things I do for pastime is my diamond painting, my adult coloring, and changing my babies. Okay, what is your favorite holiday? Hands down, Christmas. I love Christmas. It's not as fun now that I just stay at home as it used to be. And it's never as fun when you don't have children involved in it as it is when there's children around. But even in all that, I still love Christmas. I love the atmosphere. People just seem to be more caring and more concerned. Unless you have a sale, then people will kill you for what they want. But anyway, Christmas is my favorite holiday. All right, what is your favorite actor or actress? Guys, I don't watch movies. I say I don't watch movies. I don't have TV, period. Unless you would call it on the computer, TV. I watch YouTube videos, and occasionally, around Christmas time, I watch the Hallmark Christmas movies. But the rest of the year, I do not watch any movies. I just don't watch movies. Now, when I was a kid at home, we did have TV, but that was too far back to remember actors and actresses and their names and stuff like that. If, I was to pick a name for a favorite actor, I would say Elvis Presley, because he did make movies before he went out into complete, just all singing concerts. He used to be in, star in movies. So I would say, in my childhood, Elvis Presley. But yeah, I don't watch enough of the Hallmark movies to know the actors and actresses on there and know their names and stuff like that. So, now, and like I said, the rest of the year I don't watch movies at all. The rest of the year I watch my doll friends. I watch all of your vlogs. And then I watch, like, the diamond painting people that I'm involved with, and the coloring, the ones that does coloring videos, and then I watch a few dumpster diving videos, just YouTube type, real life, real people things, is what I watch. Okay, so what is your favorite flower? That's a hard one, because I'm not real big on flowers. I mean, I think they're beautiful. I love them. Now, there is one that I wish I could get the seeds to. And if anybody knows about this flower and has some extra seeds that you would like to send me, I would love to have some seeds to this. It's a vintage flower. My grandmother used to plant them. I loved them, not necessarily for the flower part of it, but I loved them she called them touch-me-nots. I do not know their real name, like scientific name or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but they form a little pod for the seed. It's like a little green pod. The little pod is kind of fuzzy feeling, and if you touch it when it gets, when that seed gets just right, and when you touch that seed pod, it'll pop open and those little seeds will just pop out everywhere. You have to, if you're trying to save the seed, you have to be real careful to catch the seed, because if you touch it and it's just right, it'll pop open and those seeds will go, everywhere. And she called them touch-me-nots. And I would love to have some for that particular reason, because of that little pod and how much I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I don't know why, but that just intrigued me as a kid. And my granny would get on to me all the time. Don't pop them pods. Don't pop. Because, I would pop them, the seeds. I didn't catch the seeds. They'd go everywhere. Well, then she'd just have an overload of the flowers, which was fine, really. But she wanted to catch some of the seeds. And I guess just being a granny didn't want us popping those seeds. I don't know why she didn't want us doing them, but I loved it. I would love it because I'd walk up and I'd touch that little seed pod and it would pop open, and the outer part of that little pod would just kind of curl up, and those little bitty brown seeds would just fly out everywhere. For some reason, that was just so fun to me. So if any of you know about that flower with that particular type of seed pod that's called touch-me-not, like I said, I don't know the scientific name for it. But if you know anything about it, I would love to have some seeds from that flower. So I can so I can plant them. I'd like to plant them in big pots on my porch out there and have them out there. Okay. Where are your ancestors from? This is the one I said, I was supposed to pull up something else. To me, I'd say we're from America. We come from America. We're here, right here. But in all reality, I didn't know this, but my sister, my younger sister, sent off a DNA test. She's all, she loves doing stuff like that. And there was several different ones that they sent back that, they said we were Irish, that we were, I think they had Germany in there. Seems like they had a certain Indian name. I can't remember now. She sent me a copy of it, like just a snapshot on my phone. So that's why I can't pull it up. It's on the text on my phone. And I can't remember. I'm going to say Ireland and Germany, if you want to get down technical, from way back. But that was so far way back to me. We're from America. We're Americans. We're just plain old American people. Let's see. Number 10. What is your dream vacation? Guys, I have already had my dream vacation. But my dream is never over. I'd love to have it again. And that is going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains. I didn't know that was my dream vacation until we went. I never even dreamed of having a vacation because we've never had the money to go on a vacation, or the time or anything like that. But when hubby and I was married 25 years, his brother and sister-in-law, we paid our own way, but we went with them to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That was our first ever vacation that we had ever had. And, we enjoyed it so much. Those mountains are beautiful. And the atmosphere there is just heavenly. It's just, Awesome, awesome. And so we've been back a bunch of times since then during the time hubby was roofing and we had the funds to go. We went a bunch of times. Within about 5 years, we went probably 5 times or more. Um, we went at least once a year. I think there was a couple of times we might have went 2 times a year. Um, so we've been probably 5, 6, 7 times to Smoky Mountains, and we love it. And it would still be my dream vacation to be able to go back to the Smokies. Now that I'm older and that I have health issues, um, the dream part of it would be to have a cabin on the side of a mountain that had a beautiful view, maybe a stream going, that we could hear the water flowing, have food there, go ahead and get groceries and everything we'd need for a week, and have our computers and have internet and have my Macy with me and a couple of my dolls, and just, oh my goodness, just sit in that cabin right there and rest and relax. Maybe barbecue out on the porch, or just, it would be awesome just to sit in the cabin. Now, back when I was younger and we wanted to stay busy, up early. We had a whole schedule going. We going, doing this and that. And by the time we got home, we were so tired, we had to come home to rest from our vacation. And all that was awesome, when we were younger and able to do that. But now that we're older, it would be a dream vacation to get a cabin in the mountains with a stream flowing by it, and just have our groceries and everything we need for the week, have internet, have my dolls, my dog, and just sit there in that cabin and relax, watch doll videos, just enjoy it, just relax and enjoy the mountains. Like I said, sit out on the porch, and maybe it even rain a couple of the days, and where I could sit out there on the porch in a rocking chair and watch it, listen to it and watch it rain. Oh my goodness. That would be so awesome. So awesome. Oh, this video's long, guys. I'm so sorry. But I have to elaborate on the questions. All right. Where is your dream place to live? Out in the country part of Sevierville, Tennessee, where it would be right in there around Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. That would be my dream place to live. Okay, number 12. What was your favorite toy as a child? Dolls. Not one in particular doll, just dolls. I did like to color as a child, but I had all kind of dolls. I had Barbie dolls. I had all kind of baby dolls. And the sad thing is, I don't have any of my childhood dolls. For some reason, they were just gotten rid of, and I didn't think to keep them or anything as I got older. I have a doll now that was like when I had the dancing ballerina girl that I showed y'all. It's the retro 1960, I think it's a 67, 68, I think is when it was made. The dancing ballerina, she's automated. I haven't put batteries in this one to see if it works, but the one I had, it would dance and swirl like a ballerina. And I even loved paper dolls. I loved playing with paper dolls. My aunt would play paper dolls. She made her own paper dolls out of using magazines. She would cut out, the full picture of a person, and then she would cut out clothes that would fit on top of that person, to change its clothes and all. She made her own paper dolls. Now, I had store-bought paper dolls, but she made her own. And my aunt's not a whole lot older than I am. That's why I'm saying my aunt. Well, she played with us as, growing up. So, yeah, it was dolls. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay, number 13. What's your biggest fear? Okay, guys, this may sound strange to you, but my first and foremost biggest fear is being lost spiritually. The Lord coming back and me not being ready. I'm doing my best. I live a clean, holy life. I do my best, do everything I know to do. I don't go to church as much as I should, but I do listen to it online. And I've just done that about not going to church since my health has gotten the shape it is. But that is my biggest fear. I remember in my younger days, if I couldn't find my husband, like if we was out in a store and I had been all over that store and could not spot him anywhere, I would get almost panicky that the Lord had come back, taken him, and left me. I just have a fear of being lost. But that's on the spiritual side. So talking on more the mortal side, the, here, now, living, my biggest fear is losing my husband. That something happens to me and he dies before me. I love my husband. Oh my goodness, guys, I love my husband. Probably too much, if you can love someone too much. But two, I am not an independent person, and he does everything. He does all the taking care of me. I depend on that man more than any one person should depend on somebody I know. And I just fear, oh my goodness, I fear losing him. I'm going to tell you what I did. And like I said, this is a long video. I'm so sorry. But there was one morning, I fear it so bad. And I think it was right at the beginning of when my anxiety was beginning to get really bad. Before I realized it was. He calls me every morning when he gets to work. Or he texts me every morning when he gets to work to let me know he's made it. Because we live 30 minutes away from his job. And I just, like I said, I just fear losing him. Him getting in a wreck and getting killed or something like that. I just fear. And so one morning, he went to work and he didn't text me when he was supposed to. The time that he usually does, that it takes him to get there. And I tried calling him. Or I texted him first and he didn't text back. Then I called him. He didn't answer his phone. I panicked, guys. I panicked. Totally panicked. I even called his job phone. Nobody answered there. So my thought, because they go in real early, and I'm not going to say where he works or what town or anything like that, what kind of job it is, but him and his boss goes in real early, just get things ready for the job. And my thought was, oh no, they got in there and somebody, you just don't ever know. You just don't ever know nowadays. By the fact that the boss wasn't answering either, I just thought the worst. Somebody's come in, broke in, harmed them, killed them, whatever. I was so panicked over that. I called the police and sent them over to the job to check on them. Well, what had happened was hubby had stopped by the gas station to fill up gas, and he was going to go in and grab something, and locked his phone and keys in the truck, and he had to, get somebody. I think he called his boss, and his boss went over there because he had the tool or whatever to be able to get into a locked vehicle, and that's why the boss wasn't answering the phone. And then, oh my goodness. So when they get back, to the store. Here comes the police in asking if that was, and called my husband's name and all that, and told him what, was going on. That's how fearful I am. I panic easy. I don't give much time to see if anything has really happened, because I think, oh my goodness, if I wait, maybe I could, if I'm early enough, I could help, get some help there. Where if I wait, anything can, I just panicked and called the police to go over there. That's how fearful I am. So that, other than being lost spiritually, not making it to heaven when the Lord comes back, my biggest fear is losing my husband. So, let's see where I'm at. 14. What did you want to be growing up? A housewife, a stay-at-home mother, taking care of my family. And that's what I was. I never worked a public job, so to speak. I won't go into all that, but I have like cleaned people's houses, done ironing for them and different things, like babysitted and things like that. But as far as going out and working on a public job, I never have done that. And I was able to accomplish in life what I wanted. I wanted to be a wife and a mother, stay at home taking care of kids, and that's what I did. That's what my husband wanted me to do too. He didn't want me to have a job. Even when I started getting like the house cleaning jobs and stuff like that, he'd tell me, as long as it don't interfere with what you need to do at home and taking care of the kids. That was his priority, was that I stayed home, was a mother. I'm not talking about couldn't go shopping or anything. I'm talking about not have a job. That I was at home to be the wife and the mother that I needed to be. Okay. 15. What is your spirit animal? I don't believe in all that, so I'm not going to even say. I don't really even know what that means. So that, I don't know. 16. What magic power would you like to have to make everybody be good people, where there would be no evil in the world, no killing, no hatred, no. If I had a magic power, that would be the power I would want. Let's see. 17. What era would you want to live in? The one I did live in, whatever era that was. I was born in 61, and I'm still alive today. Now, the reason I say that is because further back, people had a hard time. As far as people being good and nice and pleasant and all the evil in the world that's today, they didn't have all that, and that was wonderful, and that was kind. That was just awesome, and I would have loved to have that part of it. But I like my conveniences. I like my air conditioner. I like my car. I like my running water. I wouldn't want to have, since I know what's today, I wouldn't want to have to go down to the creek and get buckets of water to take a bath in, or to, or whatever, however they lived, and have outhouses, and, I like, as far as the conveniences of the era I lived in, I love it. Now, the older I get and the more evil that's in the world, I wish I could have been born, but just slightly wish it, but, and I know I can't change anything, but I just would love to live in an era where there was not all the evil that's today, not all the killing and all the things that's going on today, all the drugs and all the bad stuff that's happening nowadays. I'd love to live more where people cared about people and they wasn't all of that. But as far as conveniences, I like today's conveniences. 18, what kind of music do you like? Uh, it almost come out of my mouth, country music. I've always loved country music, but I really only listen to Christian music. I love the Southern gospel or the country gospel. Um, I do like the old time country music back where it was just fun songs, you know, that it wasn't all the bar rooms and the beer jerking, tear jerking, uh, uh, you know, running around on your partner and all this kind of stuff. That's not the kind of country music I like. I like the old country music, the oldies and goodies they call them. That was just fun, clean songs. I like those. And then I like the Southern gospel and country gospel music. Okay, let me see. Where am I at? 19. What is your favorite thing about yourself? Nothing. Nothing. Especially right now in my life. And I definitely ain't going to get in all that, because that could be a 2 or 3 hour video. If I had to pick something, I'd say how I like to have fun. I like to laugh and have fun. I don't get to do that very often because there's no one around to do it with. My husband, bless his heart, is a solemn type person. Something can be just so funny to me that I'm just rolling laughing. And he'll just a little bit, maybe smile. He's just not, you know, I don't know. I don't know what kind of person you call him unless you just call him solemn. And to him, he says, well, it was funny to me. I was laughing. But here I am over there just laughing so hard that my I'm crying tears and just a spitting and a sputtering from laughing so much and having to jump up and run to the bathroom. And he'll just, laugh a little bit. And when I say, I wish you'd laugh with me. Well, I was laughing. It was funny. He didn't show it like I show it. But I guess that would be what I like about myself, is I like to have a good time, laugh and talk and have a good time. Okay, the last question, number 20. What is on your bucket list? I do not have a bucket list. I'm too old to have a bucket list. I'm too feeble, or not really. I'm not really feeble, but I have health issues. My bucket list is to stay at home, I guess. As much as I'd love to go back to the mountains. Now, I'm not getting no airplane, so mark that off. Maybe that could be another one of my magic powers I'd like to have, is to be able to transfer myself from one place to the other. And to transfer whoever wanted to go with me. But as much as I would love to go back to the mountains for my dream vacation and my dream place to live, you have to get in a vehicle. You have to go through all the packing first. You have to get in a vehicle and you have to drive from where I'm at about 8 or 9 hours to get there, because I'm not getting in no airplane. And then after it's all over, you got to drive that ways back home. And the thought of doing that and my physical condition that I'm in, I'll just stay home. I'll just stay home. Oh, guys, I know I'm pitiful. My bucket list item, and I only have one, and I guess that is to just be able to stay home without the worry that I should be going somewhere. Without people thinking I should go somewhere. That there's something wrong with me because I don't want to get out of the house. That I don't have to feel guilty because I don't want to get out of the house. I guess that's my bucket list. That is something that's on my bucket list. And that's really the only thing. Alright guys, I'm sorry it took so long. Let's see, this video is 44 minutes. And when I get off of here, I'm going to do a clip to put on the beginning of this telling you how long it's going to be. And telling you to sit back and relax. Sorry it took so long. I didn't know it was going to. I should have known 20 questions was going to take a while. Because I can't just answer them and go on. I got to elaborate. So anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed it. If you are still here with me to the end of this video, comment a yellow heart. That way I will know you listened to the whole thing. I would like to see how many really listened to the whole thing. Okay? So comment a yellow heart if you made it to the end of this video. Straight through. I mean, I'm not talking about that you couldn't get up and go do something, pause it. And I'm talking about that you did watch it from start to finish. However long it takes you to do that, but that you did watch it from start to finish. Leave a yellow heart. Alright guys, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed my answers. Thank you so much, Robin, at, let me scroll back up where I can see her channel name. Robin's Nest and Nursery. I thought that's what it was, but I'm wanting to make sure. Thank you for this tag. And so I tag all of you out there that hasn't done it yet. Whether you're on in the dog community, or you're in the craft community, or whatever community you're in on YouTube, if you would like to do this tag, feel free to do it. I just ask that you put in your title, put hashtag getting to know you. And that way we can click on the hashtag and find all the videos that has participated in this tag. All right, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I will talk with you later. Bye. Say bye, Charlotte.